want to sit with crossed legs, or you may just want to sit with your legs out. Whatever you do, we're going to do a little breathing pattern meditation to start with, just to get our bodies in position, because I find in the first thing in the morning, sometimes you can get this feeling of anxiety in your tummy, especially when we're 40 plus or going through the perimenopause. This very much happens, that your cortisol levels are very high in the morning, and the one thing that helps to drop it down is a nice slow breathing pattern. So I'm just going to go through a couple of breathing patterns that I use. So like if you're waking up very early in the morning, so say for instance 5 and 6, and then you go, oh, I can't go back to bed, I can't go back to sleep, because you're kind of alert, it'll be your cortisol levels that are really high, and it's making your body feel like you're awake. So by doing some breathing, you can slow that down. It dissipates through the body, and then you should hopefully go back to sleep. Or I don't want you to feel up. Sometimes you wake up in the morning and you feel that feeling of sort of dread in the tummy, and this can be because now obviously the situation is quite, you know what it's like. So we're going to just use our hands for this, and it's called the 5-finger breathing. You might have used this before, and I got this from Dr. Chatterjee, which is an amazing doctor who's written lots of books about stress and lifestyle, eating and fitness. So take your hand and place your other finger right on the base of your wrist, like so. And on the inhale, you inhale all the way up to the top of the finger, and then you exhale as you take your finger down into the dip. So take an inhale all the way up to the top of the finger, and then a slow exhale down to the dip. Do that again. Inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale. Last one, breathing right in up to the top of the thumb, and then all the way back to the wrist, and then rest. Breathe normally now, and just notice if you feel any calmer. Also, when we do the breathing, try not to breathe from the shoulders and the chest. Imagine the breath coming from the base of your tummy. So the next breathing pattern is called the box breathing. Again, it's something from Dr. Chatterjee. I kept meaning to teach you this when we were in the class, but I never got round to it. So I want you to imagine a square in front of you. And again, this time we're going to hold the breath. So we take an inhale as the square goes up, and you hold the breath on the way along, and then you breathe out as you draw the square down, and then you hold all the way along. So let's do it for the count of 3. Breathe in, 2, 3, and hold, 2, 3. Breathe out, 2, 3, and hold, 2, 3. Breathe in, 2, 3, and hold, 2, 3. Breathe out, 2, 3, and hold, 2, 3, and then breathe normally. So we literally just did 3 squares then on one hand. Just sit and listen to how your body feels. And your body is connected to the mind, so hopefully also your mind stop worrying as well. So these are just literally tiny little techniques that can make a huge difference to how your mind feels. If we control the body, we can control the mind, and vice versa. Very much connected, and hopefully you're getting that through now since all of this practice. So we're in the week 7 and halfway through at week 7. So we're going to start with cross legs. So sitting with your cross legs. I just want you to notice your sit bones sitting on the floor. If you want a little cushion because your legs feel uncomfortable, put a little cushion under your bum, and then we're just going to roll both shoulders backwards. Literally, this is going to be such a nice little mobility time out session. And then just do this side first. So any tension in that shoulder. And then do the other side. Again, use that breathing as you move. That's the big principle of Pilates, the breathing. And then circle alternate sides to start to feel the upper back moving and warming up. Take the hands to the back of the room and then open the chest and stick the chest forward and then release the shoulders forward. So from the side it looks like this. The shoulders going back and open the chest and then the shoulders come forward. And again, breathe out, stretch those shoulders back. Breathe. So we're curving the spine here and then we're opening the chest, hollowing the spine and then back. 2 more. Down. 1 more time. And take a rest. Going back to sitting, just cross the legs the other way now. And then just rotate around the top of the legs. Start to feel that lower back stretching out a little bit. And then change direction. Round you go. Nice and easy. And then place this hand on the floor. Reach this arm over the head. And then take it back onto the floor and reach at the other side. And again, over the head and back and over the head. So feel the reach through the waist. Reaching over nice and slowly. 1 more time. Now take the arm, hold it here, then sweep round the front and then lift this arm up. And then sweep round the front of the knees over the head. Sweep it round. Again, nicer, bigger moves now, feeling the waist, feeling the lower back maybe. Just the repetitive movement is allowing the sympathetic nervous system to calm down. Because it's thinking, oh, when you first do the first few moves of anything new, your body's in emergency mode. It's going, oh my gosh, what are you doing? So allow it to say, it's okay, it's fine. You're not going to break. Take an inhale, take the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring them down to the side of the body. And again, inhale, reach them all the way up. Feel that upper back, really reach the head up to the ceiling, this one. And again, lift up. This time, take the hands behind the head. Then reach up and out to the sides. So notice what the shoulders are doing. They will be coming up and down, but don't let them fix into one space. Feel the upper back moving and feeling it, warming up. And then 1 more time, take both hands, clasp them behind the head, or if this is too much, you can go to the temples or to the forehead. Here, shoulders are back and down. Just give me a little rotation, and then the other side. And again, rotate, shoulders are down. You see how mine hunched up a bit there? Okay, hold it here and then bend forward with a straight back if you can, and then come back, take the arms down to the side. Take just one arm behind the head, hand to the floor, and then you're going to rotate. Imagine that elbow going towards that knee and then open the chest, look up to the ceiling as much as you can. Do it again, rotate. And then back. So really lots of upper back moving here, getting that spine warmed up and all the muscles and everything around it. Ready for your day. Last time. And then come back into the center. Change arms, one hand behind the head, place the hand on the floor. Rotate to the knee, then look up to the ceiling. And again, rotate down. And looking up and rotate down and up. So feel that upper back, shoulders, chest, Notice what your body feels like. Using the breath, and take again, coming back into the center. Okay, stretch the legs forward. And take this leg straight. This leg can do whatever it's like. So I like to just lean it here. And then turn the whole body weight towards that straight leg. Keep a straight back and then just move your body weight towards the shin. Hands where they feel relaxed. Often what I see here is people go like this and they're stretching here. We don't want any tension. We just want to feel through the hip on this side of the bent leg and also the hamstring on the straight leg. So that's the muscle that runs all the way down the back of the leg. Just lean into it. Nice stretch and relax. Change sides. Do whatever you like with this leg. If it feels too much to cross it over like that, don't do it. Rotate the body. Go towards that leg. See how far you can get with a nice straight back. If you can't do it with a straight back, do it with a curved back. It's fine. Hold it here. Okay, put the soles of the feet together. Cross one hand onto that ankle, one hand onto the other ankle, and then walk, just stretch forward. Pull your body towards you using your arms, dropping the head down, curving the spine, and then roll it up. Now hold on to the bottom of your feet. Just get one of the feet and give it a good old massage. So a little reflexology of the toes, rubbing the toes, each end of the toes, the big toe, circle it round, and then get the arch of the foot. I'll just show you, and just start to give it a bit of a massage, and also the heel area. Nice feeling there. Just get the ankle moving as well. So just move the ankle. Take some attention to your feet. Don't judge them. We could all sit here and judge our own feet, me included. But the feet do so much, and especially if you're walking a lot at the moment. Let's do the other side. Little toe first, and then just really consciously massage one toe at a time. And what you're doing here is stimulating the nerve endings in the sole of the foot. There's so many nerve endings there. It's one of the most sensitive areas of the body. Big toe, circle it round. So it's as many nerve endings as in your the palms of your hands. But often they're not as sensitive because we're just not using them enough, or we're not taking attention, and we put them into strong shoes, so we lose that sensitivity. So that's why in Pilates we use bare feet a lot, and you get much more of a connectivity, and your balance will improve no end. Now tomorrow when we do the hog class, obviously it's a lot of footwork. We use the knobbles and the prickles for your feet. Ankles, rotate the feet. Just spend some time on your feet, so important. Take the legs forward now. Sitting in a nice upright position, and then just reach forward again, straight back if you can, but don't worry if it isn't. Just drop the head down towards the knees. Feel that long stretch behind the thighs. If it's too much, come up a little bit. I'm quite flexible in my hamstrings. I don't expect everybody to be as low as this. Just go, take an inhale, and as you exhale, go a little bit deeper if you can. Inhale, exhale, go a little bit deeper if you can. Don't overstretch that upper body. It's not about your upper body, this is about the legs. And then gently roll back up. Lovely. We're going to lie on our backs now. So onto your mat, slowly lower yourself down. And just lie here for a moment with the knees bent. See how the body feels. Just notice how everything feels. And we're just going to do some arm movements first. So palms are facing down. Take an inhale. Fingertips are on the floor. Stretch up above you. Feel that rib cage lifting off, and then circle round. Don't worry about the rib cage. Just let the body do what it needs to do to start with. No tensing of the core or anything. Mobilizing the shoulder joints over the head. Notice if the wrist is in a fixed position here, guys. So make sure your wrist is rolling onto the floor, sliding on the floor. Let's go the other way, over the head, and then bring it back. So the back of the hands sliding on the floor. Now, as you bring your hands back to your body, you'll notice your tummy having to do a little bit of work. So that is your core, pulling your arms back into the centre. So let's exhale when we do that. Here we go. Back of the hands right over the head, and then exhale. One more time, and exhale. Okay, straighten the left leg and bring the right knee into the chest. Hug it in here and feel that other leg straight on the floor, reaching the heel towards the wall of the straight leg. Hold. Feel a stretch maybe through the glute and the hip area. Good. And then change legs. So one leg is straight on the floor. Push the feet, so flex the foot on that straight leg and feel it pushing towards the wall. So you'll feel a pull through this part of the leg. Hold it here. Take some breaths. Notice any areas of tension that shouldn't be there. So I just noticed a bit in my shoulder there. So as I exhaled it, just let go. Okay, let the body now lie on the floor. And just lie there and just see how it feels. So for me, sometimes this feels uncomfortable because the lower back feels too flexed. So whatever you feel is, do you feel your rib cage is high? Do you feel your shoulders are up to your ears? Just scan the body. What do the feet feel like? Are they turned to the side? Just let them be natural. What does the hip and pelvis feel like? Inner thighs, glutes. What is it all feeling like? Just take a moment. Just try to take those breaths, and remember on the out breath, that is when your body's signalling to your body to calm down. So the out breath is really important to slow it down, make it long. Breathe in. Exhale, slow and long. And again. So those that have been coming to my pelvic floor classes, Jan Abbott, you're one of them, Janice Harvey, Margaret Clark, you'll know that breathing and relaxing is as important as the other stuff. So let go, letting go of any gripping. So straight away, as I said let go to myself, I noticed my hip just letting go. We do lots of high impact exercise, a lot of high impact exercise there online at the moment. Everyone's doing HIIT. Everyone's doing aerobics, so they're doing high stuff. But look, who's doing the let go stuff? So this morning it's about letting go. So just let go of any tension. Some people hold the tension around the neck and shoulders. Some people hold it around here, around the hips and the pelvis. Pelvic floor is a very known area to people to hold on. So I want you to let go of anything. I don't want to go into too technical at the moment. Just let go. Okay, now start to bend the knees and now push the back into the mat. So I want you to have no gap in between the back and the mat. So position your pelvis there and then take the right leg and cross the left over the left. And here, hands are at the side, just going to rock from side to side. So you get a little bit of, literally this movement is waking up the oblique muscles. So the side of the waist. Just feel one side pulling back. So as your legs go this way, this oblique is pulling it back. If they go that way, this oblique's pulling it back. And also the deep inner core muscles as well. So do a little rock from side to side, feeling those obliques. Maybe a hip, a little bit of hip stretch as well. And now bring this toe on the floor, slide it up towards you, grab the shin of that upper leg and then lift it off the floor with all legs. Hold it there. Now with this hand, just push the knee away. Breathe. With that deep stretch into the hip. And then rotate the foot on the left side. And then rotate the other way. Gently bring it back to the floor. Let's change sides across one line. Now here's a good way to just notice, let's just rock again this side. Notice if one side feels more mobile than the other. Maybe you've got a little bit more niggles in one side. I have lots of people with niggles in their glute area. It's a piriformis syndrome, they call it that, but basically it is a tightening of the piriformis muscle. Actually can be very different in everyone where it sits in their bum, and so certain moves can kind of make it twinge a little bit. This is a nice one for the piriformis. So if you say, oh, I've got piriformis syndrome, what do you do about it? What are your managing techniques? I know that Jan Moore, you have a problem with it, and Anne Waterfall, you do also. So notice what you need to do to manage it, because you can manage it, and this is a classic stretch for this. But when you manage it, are you doing it as many times as we're doing it now? Probably not. You probably do a little stretch in the morning, you go, that'll do. So today we're just going to take time on our bodies and listen to what they're saying to you. Okay, now slide that leg in a little bit, grab the shin and just lift off the floor that other leg, and then rotate the foot. Use the hand and push the knee away. So if you have got piriformis syndrome, be careful. Sometimes this niggles it, so you just need to listen. If it's too much, take the foot down onto the floor. Rotate that foot. Push away a little bit more with that knee if you want to. I know I need this on this side. My hip is tight. And then gently drop it down slowly. So take the knees and feet together now. Hands are on the floor. We're just going to lift your bottom right up to the ceiling. Feel a length in the thighs now. Obviously your glutes are switched on. I'm not really teaching much Pilates today. We are talking more about length. So squeeze the glutes and then drop down. So we're in one piece, the back is in one piece. We're not articulating through the spine yet. And then drop down, squeezing the bum. So it's the length of the thighs we're thinking here. So from the hip all the way to the knee, and the feet and the knees are glued together. Exhale, lift it up and hold it here. Feel that length. Nice and long through those knees. And then roll, go down. Okay, now take the feet so we're in frog's feet and the legs a little bit further apart. We're going to do the same. So we're going to lift up now. See how that feels different through the glutes. And then drop down in one spot. Exhale, lift it up. And then go down. So my Monday morning ladies, you know I keep going on about the glutes and how they go to sleep. Especially if you've had a weekend of sitting, which we often do, don't we? I do too. So we're always talking about the glutes. This is a fabulous one to wake them up. So with the knees wide, you're going to get more into all the three glute muscles, the big ones. We did do a class earlier in lockdown all about the glutes. So if you want to go back to that, if you have a glute issue. So really important to get the powerhouse muscles working. So throughout the day then, all movements become much easier because your glutes are your kind of hindquarters. If you see a horse, they have a great big bum and it gives them power, doesn't it, to charge along. We're the same really. So glutes are underestimated. Lift up the hips, hold it here. Keep it here if you can, nicely tight, inner and outer thigh, you can feel it. Take your arms over the head and then slide it round. Inhale, arms over. Exhale, they come down. One more time, inhale. Feel the connection of the feet on the mat. Exhale, roll it down and then just drop the bottom down on the floor and bring both knees into the chest now. Arrange so the spine is really into the mat and just rock side to side. Feeling nice back massage. So imagine you're massaging that lower back. Now just circle the knees so it's now a circular massage. Notice which areas of the body you can feel it in. So the top of the glutes, the lower back, sides of the lower back for this one. Change direction. Round you go. Nice. Okay, stretch out the left leg. The right knee is now bent. We're going to let it drop to the side and then circle it round. And again, open out that hip, opening it out. Again, if you have hip issues, if you've got arthritis and you're feeling it, movement through the hip, gentle movements within the pain zone, we always say, change direction, is really good for it. But if you are feeling stabbing pains, don't do it. It's just not worth pushing it. I know, Jenny, you have an issue with your hip and you always say that it's painful afterwards, but you know it wears off throughout the day. And my general ruling is, and what my physio always says, it's a 3-day thing. So if you have pain for 3 days, then you may have done some damage. But if you really only have a little bit of discomfort for a day, then actually it's just actually helping the muscle and the joint and the ligaments and whatever. So bring the other knee in, let's do this side. So first let the knee drop to the side and then circle round. Breathing. Right out to the side. So it's a ball and socket joint, the hip. And this actually, it loves it because often we only in one plane of movement. This actually can do this easily out to the side and then change direction with that knee circle. So notice if there's any pinching feeling. Sometimes there is because we're just not used to it. The ligaments aren't used to this. Good. Okay, feet down. Then bring the knees into the chest. And then we're going to put the heels and the feet together and let the knees roll round and then in together. So the feet stay stuck together. It's like frog's legs. But you're going to keep your feet together. So circle it round. Feel the abdominals having a little challenge here. If you get low with the legs, it's going to make it harder. Change direction. Drop it away and then out to the side. Down and out. Good. One more time. And then bring the knees in, hug it in. So put your hands behind your thighs now. Really, really curl that spine up. So you're pulling your knees into your chest. On the exhale, you're going to lift up the head as well. And then lower the head. So use your hands, pull yourself up with your hands. I know Anne Waterfall, my mum, has difficulty doing this, but use your arms, mum, to pull yourself up. Hold the back of the knees and pull yourself up. If your neck is taking over though, don't do it. Think about this part, the abdominals doing it. Exhale, shh. Really notice the muscle that you're contracting. But again, if your neck is hurting too much, don't do it. And then one more time. Take one leg down. Okay, we're going to stretch and straighten that right leg. So you're going to grab the back of the thigh. Again, mine are quite flexible. The main thing is that your knee is straight here, guys. So make sure your knee's straight. So even if you're there and your knee is straight, that's a good stretch. And make sure your foot is also flexed. You can't see my foot there. So flex your foot and then point the toe. Flex the foot. And if you can hold onto the leg as well, do that. We're going to do that bit in a minute. We'll just lift that up so you can see my foot. So flex and point. Flex. So notice when you push your heel up, you probably feel it more down into the calf. You notice sometimes behind the knee. Keep that knee straight if you can. Even if you're there, guys, and do this, I want you really to stretch out that knee. And the reason I say that is because the hamstring muscle actually crosses the knee. So if we do it here, we're not getting the bit of the hamstring that's usually tight, which is this bit. So we want to straighten the knee. Good. Then just rotate the ankle and rotate the other way. Grab the leg now as wherever you can and then just gently ease it towards you. And if you want to, you can bring your head up again, holding the hands on the leg to pull you up. Just hold that, feel that stretch in the back, sometimes in the shoulders. But if you feel it's too much for the neck, drop the head down and just do it there. Hold. Nice stretch in the back of that leg. Bend the knee. Let's change sides. So draw that leg in and straighten the knee as the first port of call. Here, grab the leg if you want to, and then point and press the foot so we lengthen a little bit more. So this class is a mixture between the dynamic stretching and the static stretching. Static stretching where we don't do anything, and this is dynamic stretch because we're moving part of the limb to extend that muscle. And often when we move through our lives, when we are more mature, the dynamic stretching works much better because our fascia, we've talked about this before, it's like a network of cling film of connective tissue that goes over the top of your muscles, bones and joints, becomes very hardened. And by doing the gentle movements like this, it will soften it off and allow it to give in and give you more length within the muscle and all that area. Okay, grab the leg now if you can, pull it towards you and then roll up and hold that if you can. Elbows are wide out to the sides, guys, don't bring them here. Take them out and push the back into the floor. Use these tummy muscles as well. Pull yourself so your leg is up as much as you can. Bend the knee. Okay, we're going to lie on our sides now. Lie on your side. Nice long position. So first of all, notice the connection of the body. I've got you scan your own, but go hand, elbow, arm, underarm, rib cage is on the floor, hip, got the side of my thigh, side of my knee, side of my calf, and then finally the foot. And then this top leg, I want you to reach it down towards the wall and then let go. Now as you do it, you can see on my trousers it's lengthening. So one leg is shorter than the other at the moment, then you lengthen that hip out, like someone's pushing and pulling your hip. When we're in the class, often I'll go round and I'll pull your leg at this point, and it makes you feel like you've really got a good stretch through that lower back, and it feels like you're getting taller. Now hold it there, length, just open that arm out. So as you open your arm, open wide the hand like so. So shoulder down and then open that chest. And then reach that hand over, grab the wrist here and give yourself a proper good stretch out. Feel as if when you're standing up and you do this stretch, but we haven't got gravity now against this, we're just going to lengthening on the floor. Okay, bend that top knee now and let it drop to the back. Now if you can, grab your ankle or foot here. Try not to roll over. If you need to bend that front knee, you can as well. But push the hip forward for me, and also this shoulder gets a good stretch. Feel that banana, I call it, it's a quad stretch at the front of the thigh, the hip. Breathe. So to have a good stretch, you need to be holding something like at the moment we're doing an isometric stretch for a good 30 seconds. Because then it signals to the body after 30 seconds, oh, it's okay, she's not, running away from something or being held by something. And then it kind of gives in a little bit more. So after 30 seconds, it gives them in, like that's happened to me just now. I can feel it, let go. So you kind of say to yourself, let go. Feel it letting go. It's gone again. I can feel my shoulder just letting go a little bit deeper. Squeeze the bum a little bit more. And then take that leg, rest. Okay, take this leg now and take it behind you. Let it drop on the floor. So again, you feel that pull through the hip flexor. And then lengthen that arm onto the wrist. And then stretch it further behind if you can. Get a proper good banana stretch, I call this one. Feel that deep into this hip flexor. There's a muscle that wraps from the back round the front and attaches your leg. It's almost like it's the muscle that attaches your top part of your body to your bottom part of your body. It's called the psoas, iliopsoas, and it gets tight. Especially in yoga terms, they call it your emotional muscle. And if it is tight and tense, when we sometimes do these psoas stretches, you can feel a well up of emotion. That has happened before in the class. Just breathe through it. Gently come back. Let's roll on to the other side. Here we go. Over to the other side. Make sure. Yeah. All right, so let's do the quad on the other side. So let's stretch the body first. Nice full length body stretch. Imagine you're on the floor. Just slide that hip down and up. Lengthen the leg, shorten the leg. So notice the difference on the sides. For me, this is so much easier on this side. So feel this waist just opening up. Feel a length. Imagine I'm pushing your hip here. Push it down. Hold. And then open that shoulder. So get your hand and then rotate it round so the shoulder is away from the ear, not bunched up. Okay, take the leg back, and if you can, grab the foot. This is tight for me. Bend that front knee if you feel you're rolling around. Push the hip forward. See how this one feels. You can use a cushion under the head, by the way, I forgot to say that. Stretch the front of the thigh just here. Breathe. And let go of any tension. Notice if the tension is moving around in that quad. Doing a lot of noticing today. We'll go through hell for leather with it most of the time. Today's about giving your body something back. No rush. Notice that muscle giving in as the time goes by with that stretch. Okay, lengthen it out, straighten it and just drop it behind, and then grab the wrist and just hold. Slide the legs further apart if you can, especially the back one. Feel that length through the waist. Lovely. Big deep stretch there. Much needed, I feel. Okay, coming now. Just lie here for a moment, bring the knees in. See how the back feels. And we're going to go on to all fours. So get yourself into position. Here. And we're going straight into the baby pose. So you can do baby pose with your arms forward. We can drop your head down and bring your arms to the side of your body and see how that feels. Let your arms just relax, head down. If you want to put your head on a pillow, you can. And just breathe into that back. Feel the ribs expanding and then deflating. Notice any areas that are gripping and try and let the body go. Okay, bring the arms to the front now, onto the mat. Head rises up a little bit. Reach forward, so wriggle those hands forward, stretching the spine. Now feel as if this tailbone is pushing that way and your hands are pushing that way. So opposition, like a tug of war. Stretch that spine. So the tailbone going down towards the feet. Fingers inch up a little bit further. You'll feel the upper back and maybe some shoulder work here. Push your hands into the mat. Feel that connection. And then I want you to push your shins and your feet into the mat as well. See that opposition, and then rest everything. Okay, take your arms wide, elbows are on the floor. Take your left hand and put it over the top of your right hand, and then just reach that side. Now take your left hip and rock it over to the left side. So feel more of like a stretch through the side of the ribs on the left. Breathe. And change sides. So now the right hand over the left, rock the hips over to the right side
and really feel like stretching. So tailbone just rocking to that left side. Make a curved side of the body. And then relax, coming up to all fours. We're going to do the cat and the cow. So here, nice and fluid, just take the spine up. Now mine already feels so much more mobile because we've just done all of that stretching. Yours should too. So arch and then curve, however it feels right for you today. Good. Really nice. Stretching through those. Hold it here now in this curved position, and then in this hollowed position, and wiggle your tailbone. Now you're going to the right, so you're hitching, and then you're to the left. To the right and to the left. Now to make this harder, you look at the right hip as it comes to you, and then you look at the left, and you look at the right. So all the muscles down the side of the neck, and the spine, all the way down to the base of the spine, which is where your coccyx and your tailbone is, having a little movement stretch. Just give me 4 more of these because it's good. We need to do it many times. 2, last one. Okay, coming back to kneeling if you can. Now if you manage to kneel, please do so. We're going to do a high kneel. So come up into high kneel. And you're going to turn your feet underneath you, behind. Now here I just want you to do some tailbone tucks. So draw it in and then let it go out. Turn the tailbone under, let it go out. So from the side. Now turn the tailbone under and hold it so your glutes are on. You're going to rock back and feel a length in your thighs. Hold and then come back. This is too much for your knees, guys. You can do this standing up and do a quad stretch where you're holding onto the foot, or you can do it on your sofa. So keep with that. I'll just show you an alternative for those that have knee issues. So you come to your sofa like this, put your foot, hang it on there, and just kneel on here, and then raise the arms up. This is a great one, actually. We'll do a sofa workout another time because that's a good tool. If not, we're here. Okay, so we're here now. Lean back, take this arm, roll it right back, and grab the heel here, if you can. Watch your spine, keep your tailbone under, lift this other arm up and over the head. If you can't manage that, just go where you feel you can. Doesn't matter if you can't. That's quite tricky. Come back. Let's do the other side. Take the other arm up, reach it back onto the heel, tailbone under. This arm just floats up, shoulder. So you're twisting slightly. If your feet can take it. Squeeze your bum, feel the length through that hip again, through quads, opening that up body at the front, and come back. Okay, so now in this position, take one leg and bring it to the side of the body. Yeah, we're there. And now we're going to stick our bum right out behind and put your hands on the floor. So really sit back. If you can, kneel back onto that leg. Hold. Now with this foot, turn the toe up. If you can, on the straight leg, I've got my toes pointing towards the ceiling. And come back up, all the way up to the top. Do that again. If you can only get there, that's fine. Just keep doing this instead. This level 1, this is quite tricky for that inner thigh. But have a go, because we have really warmed the body up now. So these are deeper stretches. Drop it down if you can. Lean into it. Toe is up onto that straight leg. Coming back up. I'll show you from the front. Take the leg here. Okay, so the foot is relaxed at the moment. Then just sit back. Feel that inner thigh. Hands are on the floor. And if you can, sit back onto that knee. Turn this toe up on that straight leg, hold. Hold it for a second and then bring yourself back up. Squeeze that tailbone under. Do that again, down you go. Good, toe up
and lift it up. One more time, down we go. Lift the toe up. Nice, and relax it down. Okay, I want you to lie on your backs now, guys. We're going to do a little breathing meditation to end. So lie down. I hope you've enjoyed this really deep stretch that we did this morning, which I think is due because we've been working our bodies quite hard. I know mine feels it. So lie down on your back and notice the body on the mat and how it feels right now. Close your eyes when you're ready and go into that place in your head where you feel the calmest. And now take your awareness to your body and be thankful for the body and everything it does for you, everything it's put up with over the years. Now I want you to imagine your body as a tunnel or a pipe. It's hollow. And the opening is at the feet, and then there's another opening at the head. So your body is like a channel, and you're channeling the energy through the body. So I want you to imagine inhaling in and the breath coming through your feet, up through the channel of your legs, your pelvis, and your chest. And as you reach your chest, you then start to exhale the air out. And it's coming up again through the chest, the throat, the head, and up and out of the body through the head. Let's do that again. Breathing in through the feet, the legs, thighs, the hips, the belly, into the chest. Exhale out and up through the head. One more time. Nice deep breath in through the feet, up and in through those legs, pelvis, tummy, the chest. Turn that breath around and up and out and over the head. Just breathe normally now. I really want you to visualize you as a channel for the energy. And on the next one, I want you to think about, imagine breathing in the calm and peace. And then as you exhale out, you're breathing out any tension. Try to visualize the calmness coming into the body. And visualize that body as a channel, using the breath and the body as one. And the visualization is using your mind also. And the next time we're going to breathe in the peace and quiet. And I want you to breathe out any noise that may be in your body or mind. Breathe it out. And on the next one, I want you to breathe in energy. Energy for the day ahead. And exhale out any fatigue that you may have been feeling in your mind or body. Let it go. Let your body feel energized and your mind feel ready to go, excited for the day. And one last one. Breathe in the feeling of love and kindness to to everyone around you. And breathe out any angst, grudges, annoyances. Let them go. Breathe it out. You don't need them. Just let's spend a few moments in complete peace and quiet, and just notice any sounds around you, but try not to label them. And now it's time to come round, guys. So let's just start to wiggle your fingers and toes. You may be still lying down, that's fine. Gently open your eyes. If you want to roll onto your sides and just have a little listen to me for a minute, I don't mind. You can listen here, it's fine. So I hope you've enjoyed this morning's session of just calmness, really, just giving something back to our bodies and minds. Tonight we have the meditation session. It's one of our favourites again. And then tomorrow morning is the hog session, which we'll be doing HIIT on the hog to start with, and then we'll be doing some release work with it afterwards. So 2 sections to the class tomorrow. So HIIT on hog and then some mobility stuff afterwards. And then on Friday morning it's Pilates with a cushion or 2. So get your cushions ready. I hope you've enjoyed this session. I really have. I feel like my body feels ready for the gardening now. So we'll see you tomorrow, and please do comment, ask any questions, because it's really nice to have some feedback so I can chat along with you even if you're typing. Cheers.